All right, here we go, guys. And we're down in sunny, warm, and beautiful Stuart, Florida for the 2022 Stuart Boat Show. And I had the pleasure and the privilege of covering this boat show last year. And during the 2021 show, my most popular video was the 25-foot center console comparisons. And luckily for us this year, 3 of the 4 models I covered last year are back at the show. That's the Aqua Sport, the C Pro, and the Grady White. And that'll give us a very unique look into how their pricing has changed in the last year. We know boat prices are crazy, but what is the change year to year? So we have 3 models. I'll have their prices for this year. I'll have their prices for last year. But we're going to start with the Parker 2500, a boat I did not cover. I didn't see it at the show last year. It was at the show this year. We'll start with that boat. And then at the end of the video, I'll come back and offer you my opinion out of the 4 models. Which one would I buy if it were my money? And I'll factor in value and features and things like that. I'll let you know which one I'd buy. But again, let's start with the Parker 2500, which was not at the 2021 show. All right, here we go. Parker 250. Twin 150 Yamahas. 166,551. This is a Armstrong bracketed boat. So you're getting a real 25 feet to the back here. So from this point on is 25 feet. Again, very simple, functional layout. Bilge axis here. Got a big kill box here, really big. On tension hinges. You got a nice live well here. Don't mind the wash down there. Sure, they're just keeping it there. Another live well here. 1, 2, 3, 4 rod holders, 5 across the top. Garmin screen, Yamaha multifunction display gauge, pop-up bolsters. Not much in the way of storage here, but that's okay. You got storage here. Spot for your feet to rest while you're running. Single Garmin radio. Forward seating on this model. Got your anchor locker here, non-skid here, so if you're walking around the gunnel, your feet are not going to slide. Let's take a look at the head compartment. So porta potty. So yeah, this is a little disappointing for this price on a 25. I would expect this to be finished a little nicer. That's just me. Yeah. I mean, look, it's easy to get to all this if you have to work on it, but this isn't exactly, you know, a yacht finish back here. I don't know. Interesting how this will compare to other 25s we see at the show. A lot of fishing room though, and again, unlike many of the production boats, this is a 3-piece hull. So as we always say in these videos, 3-piece hull lets you really stick your knees right against the gunnel, and your feet can actually slide under. There's enough room, so you can fight a fish anywhere on the boat. All right, this is another, much like the C Pro, a really big Aquasport 2500. We saw this boat last year too, and again, another good value boat compared to some of the bigger name brands like Grady. 128,995 is the boat show price with tax and everything. 137, that's the local tax. Twin 200s, that's impressive. 400 horsepower, probably needs every bit of it. It's a big 25. Again, flip up rear bench seat here. There's a big kill box here. Oh, on a tension hinge. Yeah, big kill box. What is this? Little sink area, bait prep area. That would be my guess. Yep, little bait prep area. Big live well here. Center of the boat. I'd say about 25 gallons. Big Simrad up here. Again, really good price. Flip up bolster seats. It's got troll mode on the Suzuki, that's nice. And it's well thought out. It's going to be hard to see,
but the gear shifters, digital throttles, are actually angled towards the driver. Got a radio up there. I mean, the gunnels on this boat are ridiculous. They feel bigger than some of the 28s I've been on. They're bigger than my 32 CV for sure. Huge storage area up here. Let's see if we can open this. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You got one on each side. You got more storage under here. You got a cooler here. There you go. Big head compartment. Batteries are here too. No exposed wiring, that's nice. Some exposed bolts, that's to be expected at this price point. Plenty of room for a porta potty in here, and then a ton of storage. And pretty sure a very tall person can fit in here. Yeah. We got 4 rod holders on top. Definitely room to add a few more. You could probably get away with 6 or 8 rod holders up here. A couple cup holders down there. Suzuki diagnostics here. Infinity stereo here. Lenco trim tabs. I mean, this is a big 25. This feels so much bigger than 25. Got more storage here. These Plano boxes, yeah. You got it on the other side too, I bet. You do. That's nice. Yeah. Again, this feels so much more substantial than some of the other similar sized boats we've been on. I'm not sure. You're paying for the name. Again, I hate picking on Grady, but that 25 Grady feels half the size of this. All right.
And here's a side profile again of that Aqua Sport. You can see beautiful boat, big boat. How does it compare to last year? Well, in 2021, this very exact same boat cost $101,875. Ignore the out the door price, that's taxes and everything. This one though was with twin 150s. To be fair, this one had twin 200s, and still 27% more than last year, about 27,000 more than the 2021 model. So yeah, even the smaller brands, the prices have increased tremendously.
Just gonna, can I see that for 1 second? Yeah, so 139, but all in, including tax and everything,
148.
148, and then if you want the trailer, about 153, 154.
That's correct.
Not bad. And the gentleman on the boat right now just bought it. So mazel tov to him. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll jump on in a second. The gentleman who just bought the boat is taking some video. It's a Sea Pro 259. This was the absolute best value last year at the Stuart show. Just in my opinion, it's a big 25. I mean, I'm 6 feet tall. I know it's on the trailer, but look at this bow flare. I'm under it right now. I could, if it's raining, I'd get protection here. And again, the theory with this is if you're in some kind of sea that's causing a lot of spray, this deflects a lot of that. It has a side entry door, which again is another nice touch on a 25. Twin Zooks on it, 200s no less. I think he jumped off. Yeah, so we can jump on. Again, all in with tax and a trailer, 152-ish, 139 if you don't want the trailer, if you're not worried about the taxes. And it's a wide boat. I mean, this feels so much bigger than a 25. Big live well here. Presuming this is a sink. Yes, nice little sink area. Cup holder here, rod holder there. The side entry door we talked about. Little spot here for dock lines or whatever. Yep, or it's got a drain. You could put some ice in there, keep some frozen bait, or keep some drinks. Fish box here, fish box there. Single Simrad, flip up bolsters. Little spot to put your feet up. More spots for your feet up and down. Room for a cooler here. Electronics box. Outriggers. Forward seating, but the unobtrusive forward seating where you can walk all the way up. Anchor locker opens the right way. Windlass. Rod holders up here too. Storage under here. presuming there's storage under here. Of course, I'm single-handing this, so we're not going to figure that out now. Let's look inside the console. Yeah, this one has a head. It has a little sink too. Has a mirror. Nicely finished. It's gel coated. And look at that, it's got a little porcelain area. That's a nice touch. I mean, this is a lot of boat for the money. Just like last year, this was the best buy in my opinion in the 25-foot class last year. And I would say it is again this year. They've come a long way. Look, I get it. It's not, it doesn't have the same name cachet as a Grady or a Boston Whaler, but you get so much more boat here. Look at it. I mean, this is just so well thought out. Hooks and pliers and knives in here, storage here. Put your tackle, your terminal tackle in there. Just very well thought out. Rod holders on the side. Yeah. I mean, if I were on a budget looking for a 25, absolutely, this is what I'd be buying.
All right, and the C Pro in 2021 came in at $122,897. That was the price for the boat. Again, ignore the out-the-door price, all that stuff. 2022 was $139,595, so about a $16,500 increase, or about 13%. So not as big a markup as the Aquasport we just saw, but still a fairly significant year-over-year increase.
Now, this boat I remember well. This was the 257 Grady. It was 176 last year. I'll never forget that price. Twin 200s. It's 192 this year. We'll figure out the math later. But again, this is a, I believe it's, we talked about this last year, but you lose a lot of space back here. I mean, you lose 4 or 5 feet. It does have a huge, absolutely enormous kill box. It's finished, it's nice. Live well here, flip up seat here, storage here, but this robs a lot of space. This is by far, and I believe the beam on this is 8.6. No electronics in that price. This feels like the smallest 25-foot boat I've ever been on, and you know, went up. It's at $16,000 from last year. No trailer in that, but I mean, it. You know, it's gonna ride nice. Plexiglass windshield, windshield wiper, which you don't usually see on 25-foot boats. That's nice. Nothing here. So again, a lot of the other boats had either the batteries here or some kind of storage here. Yeah. I don't know. Little radio box up here. Do have some rod holders, 4 across here, 4 across there. This does pop up, give you a little more room. This is the live well. There it is. Nice big live well. Cup holders, a couple of rod holders on each side. There's a cup holder up there. Yeah. You tell me what you think. 192. And again, if I recall, this boat is 24 feet 6 inches length overall, and it feels every bit of that. I know they call it a 257, but I don't believe, I'll double check, but I don't believe it's 25 feet 7 inches or 25 feet anything.
And here's a screen grab from the 2021 show. You'll see the 2021 version of this boat was $176,280. Same power, same everything. So about a $16,000 increase. But ironically, because the boat price was already high to begin with, it came in as the lowest increase percentage-wise, just a little over 9% year over year. So Grady definitely won that battle. Now, if I were buying one of these boats, which one would I pick? And they all have their pros and cons. I think the Parker, the pros, it's proven. It's the widest out of all the boats we saw, 9 foot 6 inches. It's got a 3-piece hull, which again adds a lot more fishing room. The negatives to me, the fit and finish, a lot left to be desired there. There was some plastic hatches. The bilge axis was not great. And also the price, $166,000 for a 25 Parker. I don't know. Maybe I'm living in La La Land, but I think that's way too much. And lastly, you know, Parker for many years was a family-owned company. They got bought out recently by a private equity firm. So there is that concern. Private equity firms look to cut corners. my opinion, right? I'm actually in that industry. They look to cut corners and resell the private company they bought. So to me, that would be a concern. Looking at the Aquasport, the pros, it was the cheapest, so price. It had the most storage. It was a big boat. 400 horsepower. It had big gunnels. It felt the safest out of all the boats. The negatives to me, fishing space, it was a little constricted. The forward area, it was that wraparound style seating. It robs a lot of space in the front. It robs your access to the anchor. The center live well in the back also robbed a lot of fishing space, in my opinion, in the aft part of the boat. And resale is going to be a concern. It doesn't have the same name cachet as some of the other boats we saw, like the Grady. Moving on to the Sea Pro, the pros, to me, it was the longest, so it was really big. It felt like it was the best value. It had really good fishability. It had the side door. It was really well equipped. It had the windlass. It had some electronics. To me, the fit and finish was really strong. There was, the head compartment was fully gel coated. It was there was a porcelain head in there. There was porcelain finishing touches in there. The only real negative to me was perhaps the power, and that factors into the resale. So you can put those two together. Suzuki and the name brand Sea Pro resale, not going to do quite as well as a Grady with Yamaha power. And moving on to the Grady, the pros, fit and finish, they're not cutting corners there. Yamaha power, again, you're going to get a little more on the resale because of that. Negatives, look, to me, it felt the smallest. It was definitely the most expensive again. And it not only felt the smallest, it was the smallest. So if I were picking, which one would I go with? If it were my money, I would go with the Sea Pro. I love the fishability of the boat. I love the size of the boat, 400 horsepower, the side door, the windlass, the porcelain head. It was just really well thought out. Had a lot of good storage in it too. That's what I would pick. You guys let me know if it was your money, which one of these 25-foot center consoles would you pick? Also, let me know about these price increases, what you think about that. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing.